Hello everyone, this is Syed Muzaffar Ali, ID number 11688356, and we are here to discuss regarding advanced programming using Java. And our professor is Dr. Park, and our university name is Governor State University, which is located in Chicago, Illinois. And we are here. Moving on, we'll be discussing regarding some of the objectives. So firstly, we are going to discuss about introduction to applets, and then how to program simple applets. Then by using HTML document, how to load an applet into an applet container, applet lifecycle method, and introduction to some of the sandbox security model. And further, we are going to discuss how to use Java Web Start and perform different operations. Okay, then first one is introduction. What is an applet? We are going to discuss first about what is an applet. An applet is a simple Java program that is typically embedded or written, or it is programmed in a XHTML document. XHTML is nothing but a advanced version of HTML with some more features covered in that. That's why it is said as XHTML. X stands for Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. HTML contains a various tags and elements where we can write a simple web forms to create a table or to display an image. Any web page, any web page can use a HTML. With the use of HTML, we can write some Java program in that one, so that we can develop a web page for that. Okay, moving on. When a Java enable web browsers, like we are checking Mozilla Firefox web browser, that loads a web page. Whenever it loads, it contains an applet. The applet then downloads into the browser, and then automatically it executes. What is an applet container? The applet container loads the applet classes. There are different applet container will have n number of applet classes, and there will be always an instance of the applet, and it manages its life cycle. Moving on, I will give you some short note on what is an object, what's in class, what's an applet. Class is nothing but it contains a member variable, member functions, and what's an instance. Instance is we can also say an instance of an object. An instance is an object is an instance of a class. We can create n number of objects for a we can create n number of objects for a class. And then further, we are going to discuss about a Java development kit. It includes an applet viewer for testing applets, and how to develop them, and how it will be using in the applet lifecycle, and how it will be used in the applet web pages. Then uh, secondly, the the browser which doesn't support the applets that are Google Chrome. Basically, Google Chrome doesn't support Java applet, and by default it doesn't have a plugin. And in order to check whether a browser is supporting a Java applet or not, we can just Google it by java.com, where you can define whether your browser is ready to execute Java applets or not. You can, if not, you can click a free Java download button to install Java for your web browser. Like it is compulsory to have a Java applet for your Java web browser. Now we are going to discuss about demonstrate applets using applet viewer and web browser, which execute Java applets via Java plugin. Basically, it is telling us that in order to execute the Java viewer in a web browser, we need to execute Java applets with the help of plugins. And further, we are going to discuss Java Web Start and Java Network Launch, JNLP. We can also say that enable you to package your applets and application so that they can be installed onto the user's desktop. And there are some of the examples from the applets directory. Firstly is an animator. Performs a 4 separate animation tasks. Arc test, it demonstrates of drawing in arcs. You can interact with the applet to interchange attributes that are displayed. And a bar chart is simple. By the name itself we can able to identify that it's a bar chart. We can able to design a simple box type a bar chart. The blink displays a blinking text in a different colors. In a web pages you can able to see that there will be a lot of changing colors with a different text, that is blink. And then card test, it will be having several GUI components and layout. GUI is nothing but graphical user interface components and layout with a different, there will be different theme templates, we can say that. Clocks help us to draw a clock with rotating hand, the current date and the current time, and the clock updates once per second. There are various things like dither test and draw test, and the draw test allow a user to draw lines and points in different colors by dragging the mouse. And this is also, then there are some more examples of applets directory. Then that I am going to discuss now. Fractal typically require complex calculation to determine how they are displayed. We discuss fractals in various sections. Graphic text draws a shape to illustrate graphical capabilities for the user. Graph layout, it draws a graph layout with the rectangles by the lines and the nodes from the starting and from the ending, from top to bottom. This is a graph layout. Jumping box moves a rectangle randomly around the screen. This will help to catch by clicking it with the mouse. We can drag and drop all the molecule viewer with a tree presents a three-dimensional view for several chemical molecules. Drag the mouse to view the molecule from different angles. And nervous text draws text that jumps around the applet. Simple graph, it draws a complex curve. Sort demo, there are 3 sorting techniques. It is discussed, we all, as we discussed in our various programmings like bubble sorting, linear sorting, and arranges the information in order, like alphabetizing the word. When you execute this example with applet viewer, 3 windows appear. When you execute in a browser, the 3 demos appears by side. Clicking on each demo to start the sort. The sorts all operate at different speed. The different sorts will operate at different speed. Spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is simply, we also know that a spreadsheet, we can also say that it's like an Excel sheet. Excel sheets also have a rows and columns. We can able to draw boxes, tables and boxes. We can able to perform various tasks in the spreadsheet. Tic-tac-toe allows a user to play tic-tac-toe against the computer. And a wireframe. A wireframe is nothing but we also know this wireframe as a part of our software engineering subject. We discussed in that, like a wireframe, it contains the overall flow of a project. It draws a three-dimensional shape as wireframe. Draw the mouse to view the shape from different angles. And now we are going to discuss a example of an applet program, simple applet program, and we are going to write a